real quick, I want to talk about job hopping and how it's kind of looked down upon, or it's kind of like, why are you doing that? Why you going from job to job? I know what it is for me. This year, I have gone through 3 jobs. The one job that I was at for 5 years, basically, that I grew to not really like anymore, and that didn't fit exactly how I wanted it to in my life. Not that a job will ever do that, but that's how I felt. And I had to leave. I was like, I got to get out of here, right? Because I was spending 11 hours a day, every day for, 5 days a week. Left over, I would just do what I can with it, right? So I was like, all right, let me leave to a job where I'm having a little bit more, or I'm getting off a little earlier is what I'm trying to say. So I go to a job where I'm installing glass, right? The first job, I was a service advisor for a dealership, a car dealership. Second job, this last one that I just quit, it was installing glass in cars and stuff. It was cool. I mean, it was like, it's what you expect. Let me just say that. It's hard work. It sucks, but I was able to do it. But the only thing with that one is that, for one, it paid okay. It didn't pay great. And then 2, it was, how do I say this? It was one of those jobs where, like, you kind of you have a schedule, but it's not expected for you to clock out until you're done, right? So if you had a job, whatever, that took you a long time, and you were scheduled to get off at 5, and all of a sudden, because things happened or whatever, things went wrong, you're out here clocking out at 7, 8, even 9. I seen a guy clock out, and I don't like that. I mean, I want to know when I get off. That way I can plan my life, my dreams, my goals around what I want to do, And that's why I was like, you know what? I got to find another one. I got to find another job, is what it is. And honestly, I was looking, but I wasn't looking hard. I was just like, okay, like I'll see. I'll keep my options open, nothing set in stone. I'm not at this job, the second job, for too long. I was there for like 2 months maybe. So I was like, all right, cool. If something comes up, it comes up. And I found a job, and I was like, okay, cool. Like I read it, and it's like a sales job. Like, you're selling tires, basically. Sales is hard. So I'm like, okay, like I'm not like super interested because it's a sales role, but I'm open to it because I'm good at sales. I feel like I'm okay at sales, I think I'm great at sales. Let me just say that. I think I'm great at sales. Not the best, but enough to get me by. I have some tire knowledge, not an extensive amount of tire knowledge. And on top of that, it was more pay. The hourly rate was way more than I was making at the glass job. And on top of that, if you hit your numbers, you get a bonus every month. So I was like, damn, okay, cool. Schedule. I think at the time they told me Tuesday through Saturday or Monday through Friday. I don't care about the Monday through Friday. I just want to know when my days off are. I don't want them to be thrown randomly every week or every 2 weeks, whatever. And I was like, okay, I checked another box. And then I was like, okay, check the box of consistent schedule. I checked the box of more money, And they said no overtime, no overtime. A lot of people would be like, you know what? I'm trying to get more bread. I need to get paid more for overtime because that's what I need. Honestly, it checked off a box for me because I was like, dang, like, I'm good. Like, in the season I'm in, I don't want to trade more time right now. I don't want to freaking stay 2 hours more, 3 hours more, whatever, because I get off, I go to my family, I go home, I spend time with them, I eat dinner with them, spend a little bit of time with them, and then I bounce out to either my office space where I do my leather business, where I make guitar straps, I make leather wallets, I make card holders, things like that, so I can sell. All right, I love doing it. It keeps me busy, keeps my mind occupied, and not just that, but it's like it's satisfying to me. I'm passionate about it right now. And then I do this. I make content for you guys, just kind of document my uncut, like, things as they're happening, and so I can talk about them to you guys. To hopefully one day inspire somebody. Like, damn, this guy really took action. He really started from where I'm at. Like, I'm at a job that I hate, and he was able to, like, use it as a stepping stone to the next thing. And that's where I'm at, and that's why this year I'm job hopping, just to find something that fits. Boom. If it fits, boom, that's the stepping stone to the next thing, and that's where I'm at right now, and I don't feel guilty about it. This last job that I quit, I quit with no notice. I was just like, hey, today's my last day, you know, because I got this other job and, you know, yada, yada. I did it one day because, or I did the same day notice because my wife just gave birth and stuff. So, like, I don't have any PTO. And if I job hop to another job, like, I'm not going to be able to spend at least some time with her and my son, you know. I have 3 daughters. This is my first son, you know, and I at least want to spend a little bit of time. So I gave it 2 weeks just to spend that 2 weeks with my wife, you know, and then eventually start that job, hopefully. But everything's set in stone right now. Like, I got the job, I got the next job, I got the third job, and I'm going to start soon. And then hopefully, like I said, like, I know it's going to be stressful. It's going to be stressful. I know what it is because it's a sales job. I've had sales jobs before. But I'm looking forward to it because it's a season right now. It's a season of suffering until I get to the next thing, you know. And if you're watching this, maybe you're like that, you know. My name is Mike, and that's basically what my channel's about. I forgot to introduce myself. But yeah, raw and uncut. You know, that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. Because sometimes job hopping is kind of like, whoa, like, why are you job hopping? Job hopping, I feel like it is kind of frowned upon if, you know, you're, I don't know, you just be quitting jobs for no reason. You know, if there's a reason behind why you're doing something, don't make someone make you feel or think like it's wrong, you know. If there's good reasonings for that, you know, who cares? Like, for me, it's like I need to be with my family more, and I need to make more money to support them, and I need something that makes it easier to follow my dreams, my goals, my passions, you know. And those are my reasons. And if you ask me, bro, that's a big reason. That's a big reason right there, you know. But that's where I'm at right now. Yeah, if you guys want to follow the journey, feel free to subscribe, drop a comment, like. I'll see y'all later.